first win.
Thank you very much, guys. Alliance, let's be frank, they came out, they outclassed KaBuM, I think, especially in the top lane. Just before we talk about how Shook really pitched a tent and camped Lep's lane, I want to highlight Cloud9 banned Lee Sin against Alliance, and it was first picked away from Shield. And seeing what Shook just did on that champion, it shows why. And I don't know if he's going to get his hands on Lee Sin again, because that was a Shook we haven't seen in the previous games.
One thing I want to touch upon is Irelia in this tournament so far is 6-1. So we're talking about Rumble being really good. Irelia is 6-1, and the only loss was Wicked's previous game against Najin White Shield, which he should have won. So Irelia would technically be undefeated so far. Just some food for thought.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, but it's interesting thinking about these sort of pick and ban trends, because I feel like we watch a game and we're like, they're never going to eliminate that champion again. Like, Darius' Rumble, one of them. Gorilla's Thresh, yet he keeps getting it for some reason. Like, Peke, his Ahri was unbanned after we just saw him, like, hard carry a game from Fnatic about, 3 games ago. So, I don't know, a lot of teams are sort of focusing on what they think teams are like and not looking at the game that they just had 2 hours ago and being like, now that's the thing.
Yeah, and Minerva must be so sick of playing Lucian, winning lane against Tristana, and then getting outscaled. That actually happened to him against Cloud9 yesterday, and earlier today you saw Tabs play that reverse matchup. He was the Lucian playing against Tristana, and he won lane early, but then later on Tristana just kind of outclasses Lucian in every way. So I expect to see a lot less of that matchup, because it's just such a unfavorable one for Lucian.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is also these teams are having a really hard time closing out their games, right? If these teams would be able to finish games in 30 minutes, Tristana would never catch up and it'd be a game win, but they're not doing it.
I completely agree with that. I want to just kick off a point there about KaBuM. Once again, they are showing, at least in the mid lane and their duo lane, they're keeping up with the respective opponents. CS-wise, applying pressure. I mean, Tabs and Nif, yeah, the matchup, you can talk about it, but they were on the back foot. Minerva and Dans were in their face, putting a lot of pressure on them and really forcing them to react. So I want to give, once again, some props to the mechanical side of it, but KaBuM just don't seem to strategically be on the same page in terms of looking for dragons, looking for, tower picks and other decisions around the map.
Yeah, their jungle top lane synergy seemed way off. Like, the timing of the ganks combined out with the minion waves. There's nothing wrong with conceding top lane when you're playing Rumble, by the way. Just base, go to dragon, force people to come to the dragon, if not, take it for free. I mean, if you're going to end up being camped anyways and you're going to fall so far behind that you barely can touch your creeps, you might as well do that and just roam somebody else. Even if something as dumb as just walking straight down bottom and throwing an equalizer down can get you a tower. That frees up Dans, and he can roam around as well. So I want Lep to be more versatile. If he does get camped, if he does get outclassed, transition his play to other parts of the map and then let his teammates fix his problems for him.
Final thoughts, Doublelift?
I just want to talk a little bit about the psychological aspect that nobody really talks about too much. Lep has had a really bad tournament so far, to be honest, but there's two really prevalent mindsets. One is, I'm just going to lose gracefully because I'm not having a good tournament. The other one is, I want to go for aggressive plays and redeem myself and get that glory back to show people that I am world class. I think Lep, maybe, just from what I've seen, he's trying to redeem himself by playing aggressively on Rooked, even though he's not having a good tournament, where he should just try to lose gracefully and let his team kind of move it forward.
Well, we'll have to see if that mindset will change at all. Guys, we are going to take one last break before we dive into the final game of the day. It'll be North America's LMQ versus the Korean squad, Samsung Blue. Stay with us, you won't want to miss it.
Stepping up a little bit, Shum the Waters comes out, Dan's quickly stepping out around that one, he's going to come up with the kill for himself. Minerva going to get caught out, Froggen taking low, the Zhonya's we're not quite off cooldown yet, will he get picked up? Tino's dropped, they're going to keep on rushing, the Monsoon lands, Danagorz is going to get focused, he gets burnt on down, Shook goes deep, punts and left straight back in towards Alliance, they give themselves a second, Tabs gets himself the double, they force them back onto the fountain right now, they put the damage down on the Nexus turret, Alliance will